When the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie came out, I was a mere 12 years old, but it properly struck a chord with me. Mostly because pirates are cool as boy. It was a big dumb blockbuster that mixed silly action set pieces with daft slapstick humor, and my 12-year-old self lapped it all up. And while that first movie still holds a special place in my black heart, I can't help but feel, if you'll excuse the pun, that the series has long lost the wind from its sails. While Pirates 2 and 3 were fun, if convoluted adventures, the fourth film, On Stranger Tides, was a largely forgettable side story in the franchise.
Not sure I deserve that.
Which prompts the question, 6 years on, do we really need another Pirates of the Caribbean movie? Before we get to answering that question, make sure to subscribe to GameSpot Universe for a whole bunch of content around the latest movies, TV, comics, anime, and wrestling. Now, bring me that horizon.
I'm looking for a pirate, Captain Jack Sparrow.
Well, today is your lucky day. Because I just happen to be Captain Jack Sparrow.
The fifth Pirates movie, Dead Men Tell No Tales, was announced back in 2014 to the surprise of precisely no one. The Pirates franchise to date has made well over $3.5 billion around the world, so it's no surprise that Disney wants to keep plundering that booty. What did come as a surprise though was that the blink and you'll miss it announcement in one of the trailers that this would be the final adventure. So that got me thinking, is it finally time for Captain Jack Sparrow to make for a port and call it a day? As I am still a huge fan of the original Pirates of the Caribbean movies, I am up for more of that series. But because Lucy is allergic to fun, she is feeling somewhat differently.
Mate, there does not need to be 5 Pirates of the Caribbean movies, okay? Ever since, like, the second one, they have been dry.
There might be 6, you never know.
Oh, God.
All right, well, I'm gonna argue to keep the Adventures on the High Seas, and Lucy...
And my arguments are going to, like, absolutely drown yours, because I have some opinions.
You better get ready to be keelhauled, because let's get into it. Keelhauling
I can't think of any other
I've got loads of shit puns. My script is rife with them.
Got loads of shit puns.
I'm gonna Now I know this is the 5th pirate movie to be shipped, but really anything that isn't a comic book movie or a reboot of an 80s franchise is a breath of fresh air at this point. The original was an old school throwback to the classic matinee adventure films from the 30s and 40s, with a dash of Indiana Jones thrown in just for good measure. And I'd like to see it return to those origins. So I'm proposing a reboot or a prequel, or really anything that lets the franchise get back to basics. The golden age of piracy ran from 1650 to 1730. That means there's 80 years worth of Caribbean to explore. New characters could be introduced, new stories could be crafted. I'd even be excited to see some origin movies from some of the less explored crew members. A prequel movie about the origins of the Black Pearl and how Barbossa became a pirate, following his scallywags all the way up to when they stole the cursed treasure of Cortez. Not only could it be a great movie, but could also give some more heart to the original and greatest pirate movie. A reboot or exploration of the rest of the world would help the series ditch some of the cargo it's taken on since 2003, sink the convoluted stories that become tangled over 5 movies, and make way for a fresh crew. Also, pirates are cool as hell. Pirates movies used to be considered a box office curse, but if anything, Pirates of the Caribbean has proved that the 7 Seas can still sell seats.
Do we even have a ship? A crew? Pants?
All right, Dave, some good points. Well argued, but let's cut to the chase here, okay? Pirates of the Caribbean is a bloated as hell franchise that needs to be put down like a horse with a broken leg. Across the 4 diminishing returns, there have been way too many characters, convoluted plot strands, and confusing backstories to keep track of. Just look at the 3rd film, At World's End. Do you remember this scene? This occurs about 2 hours into the butt-numbingly long 3rd film, and just highlights how far the series is up its own arse. It's basically a Mexican standoff where Jack gets traded for Will, but by now the double and triple crosses have become so confusing, it's anyone's guess what's going on. And then you've got the wholly forgettable 4th film. I mean, how they managed to make a film with pirates, mermaids, Blackbeard, and Penelope Cruz forgettable is beyond me. What happened to this franchise? The first film was literally about getting a gold coin into a cursed chest. That was it. And then you've got poor old Jack Sparrow, who's practically become a footnote in his own franchise. Back in 2003, Jack was refreshingly original, an anti-hero who was mysterious, unpredictable, but above all, fun. Fast forward 15 odd years and he hasn't evolved one bit. He's still the same old Jack, bumbling along with his funny walk and his slurred rants, which is fine, I guess. But it doesn't help that Johnny Depp seems to have become a parody of his own character. And when you hold Jack Sparrow up against other lead characters, Sparrow just pales into insignificance. Take Star-Lord from the Guardians of the Galaxy, another roguish anti-hero modelled on the Han Solo archetype. He's charming and funny in the same way that Jack is, but he's also a far more interesting and relatable character with a well thought out backstory. Movie Star-Lord has evolved more across the course of 2 films than Jack Sparrow has over 4, and I think that really says a lot. Okay, I concede the Pirates is still making huge dollar at the box office, so Disney naturally will want to keep that cash cow going. But with rumours circulating that the budget for the 5th film ballooned to an eye-watering $350 million, it's unlikely that the House of Mouse is going to make as big a return as they would like. And with a sour taste left in the mouth from On Stranger Tides and poor early reviews for Dead Men Tell No Tales, I honestly think this could be the beginning of the end of the Pirates franchise. And I don't think that's a bad thing. They've had a run. Yeah, just time to take it out back and... Yeah, I told you I had some opinions.
Yeah, stupid ones. Anyway, those are Lucy and my thoughts on the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so make sure you hit them in the comments section down below so we can, judge you for those as well. Last week's comments come from the Charlie Hunnam video that you usurped.
Hey!
So why don't you grab them?
Well, he's my Geordie brethren, so I had to, take one for the team. David Stewart on YouTube says, seriously impressed how Lucy pulled that sword from the stone just so she could use the interview to vicariously channel her Littlefinger crush through Charlie. Not gonna lie, I did agree to go because I thought in some beautiful coincidence, like the universe would pull together and put me in the same room as Aidan Gillen, and sadly the universe failed to deliver.
The universe isn't that cruel. On GameSpot.com, Cooley had 5 things to say about King Arthur. Number 1, it's shite. Number 2, it's shite. Number 3, it's shite. Number 4, it's shite. And number 5, surprise, surprise, it says it's shite. So I don't think Cooley liked the movie.
Or they might be talking about me.
Might be talking about you. Well, Cooley, feel free to write an IMDb review and send me the link to it. I'll tell you I've read it, but I probably won't. But hey, until next time, make sure you like the video, subscribe to GameSpot Universe. We will see you in the next one.
Bye!